99% of organizations are built around helping create shareholder value. The biggest thing you got to do is find out what business group is going to benefit the most from this.
If you were the CEO of these small startups and they're very technical sometimes, how would you think about finding a balance between marketing and sales? If, for example, I have to choose, where do I outsource? I outsource to the marketing, but I get some salesperson in my company or vice versa.
If you didn't have a brand and you're just starting off, I would outsource the marketing component because there's so many experts in this space and there's not a massive amount you would need to spend to achieve that. And if people do it right digitally, you can get big really fast with your online presence. So I would do that. Sales, I would insource, and I would identify a great sales leader that's had a proven track record in results selling, a similar type of technology or AI, or if they didn't have any of that experience, I would identify someone that had the experience selling more cutting edge or selling to the verticals that you want to specialize in. So there's a couple different ways, but essentially, if you look at that, that's one outsource position and one in-source position to start. And then the sales group, you're going to want to identify the leader, have that leader kind of grow the company as time goes on, because the marketing, you can always spit more money into that and get to the point where you're like, you can identify every dollar I put in, I get $4 out of customers. But with the sales side, there's a lot. I don't think I would ever outsource my sales as an organization. There's just too valuable, too much going on in there, and in marketing, there's a lot of people that you can outsource to that. So that would be my kind of approach.
What are your tips for this class of people trying to get $1 million budget from a company that does $300 million in revenue?
Yeah, so in terms of achieving that, kind of how I would look at it is like every organization is, and I wouldn't say every, there's really a few amount, but 99% of organizations are built around helping create shareholder value. So I don't want to say it's all about the money, but in a lot of cases, that's what drives most organizations. So if you're a product manager and you have a solution that you've discovered something or you've leveraged AI to do something unique and valuable, the biggest thing you got to do is find out, is almost do two things, and it goes back to kind of what I was saying before. But like, one is what department, what business group is going to benefit the most from this? Because essentially, if you look at it, there's overarching company initiatives that you'll see in like an annual report or the CEO's letter to, what the focus items are for the next year. And then what happens is that gets trimmed down one level below. And if you're in IT, their focus is, they got 3 or 5 primary drivers this year: finance, operations. All these different departments have marching orders of the top initiatives that they need to focus on. So to get someone from like, hey, instead of like, it was kind of like before a car, the first car was invented, you ask people what they needed and they say, hey, we just need a faster horse, right? They weren't thinking differently like that. So in this situation, once again, it goes back to, okay, what's the exact tangible business benefit that we will deliver with this AI? It could be AI, it could be blockchain, it could be machine learning, anything, right? Any cutting edge tech. What is the tangible business results that it's going to deliver? And you have to quantify it. You have to quantify the financial ROI and the value ROI. And if you quantify that, it makes it a lot easier to spend $1 million if it's going to create $20 million in revenue. So I would say that's like the biggest thing to sell your solution internally, to do that. So that's half of it. And then also talking to the right person that's going to have the most personal vested interest in that.